doing, YouTube? That's right, we're back for another weekly Everdark Smackdown. And today, I have actually not gotten a sneak peek at what the Everdarks are for this week because I haven't played since Tuesday. So we're going to hop back in. We're going to see what the Everdarks are for this week. And we are going to smack them down. Alright, moment of truth. First up, we have Augur. Affinity is magic and sleep, and its weakness is lightning. However, this is Everdark Augur, so the weakness really doesn't matter. Next up, we have Equilibrious Beast. Affinity is madness and holy, and weakness is also madness. So, the thing, it's not necessary to get madness for Libra, normal or Everdark. It is immensely helpful. But the main thing is, with Everdark Libra, you want something that can tear the clones to pieces. So, you'll have to keep your eyes open for that. Dark Drift Knight. Affinity is holy and whatever the heck that weird arm does. Weakness is lightning. Lightning is almost necessary with Dark Drift Knight as it cancels one of his most deadly attacks. Which, in this case, he only does in phase 1, whereas in the normal fight he only does it in phase 2. Actually, he does it in both phases in the normal fight. It's quite a bit worse. So if you can just damage him out of his first phase, you don't necessarily need a lightning weapon in the Everdark fight. So it's somewhat easier in that sense, but lightning certainly would help. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to start naturally with the top. Oh yeah, something I'm going to start doing. I feel like this is pretty obvious. Here is my loadout for these runs. It is improved critical hits on runes, melee attack power, skill attack power, 20% chance to dodge attacks when my defense is lowered, melee attack power, skill attack power, and continuous FP recovery. I feel like it's pretty obvious that that's what I use every time I play, but I mean, just in case it isn't, like, in case it isn't, like, there you go, now you have it. Anyway, let's jump straight into it. See what fate throws at us. Waiting for the day that I start this weekly Everdark Smackdown, and the bosses that are on the list are Everdark Hailster, Everdark Dreadlord, and Everdark Balancers. That would be awesome. But anyway, we're going to fly in. Going to knock some heads, smack some downs. Seems a fairly moderate starting camp. So we're going to try and do a critical hit on every single enemy in this horrible place. Because that's going to... Let's see, I got 1,800 extra. Um, 2,400 extra. You jerk. 3,000 extra. 3,600 extra. For anyone else. Basically, I got 3,600 extra. That's like 3.5. Ooh, skill attack power. Basically, that's like 3.5 extra enemies from the starting camp. That is a fantastic boost for just doing a bunch of critical hits. We'll take that. That's a good weapon with a good skill. Rather spammable, actually. Damage ain't anything too bad, either. Typically, I avoid thrusting weapons, as I'm just not a fan, typically. But I don't know. I can make exceptions. And I have made such an exception today. Well, I'm actually fine with this because it has Piercing Fang on it. Piercing Fang is pretty invaluable as a skill due to its high damage. The fact that it hits through shields is also a big bonus. Especially, no, there are no Night Invaders on the map, sadly. I'm crying tears right now. There are tears being cried. Look at my face, Edith, if you don't believe me. You are just dead in a way that you can't even fathom yet. And that was a bit unnecessary, but that was really fun. Basically, I'm just... Really, guys? Really, guys? Look at them, like, split up. Finally perish. Take that. Now, what you'll always want to do when going through the first little fort-looking thing really, guys? Feeling tough now. The loot down here is actually quite bad. I really don't care for it at all. So what we're going to do... Basically, skill attack power is the passive to look out for. Because the majority of our attacks, if not all of them, on Augur are going to be skills. Really, guys? Really, guys? Really? Just gotta be like that, huh? Just gotta be like that. Just sick, twisted jerks. Let us buff up our weapon real fast. Let us deal with the trash. Like I said, deal with the trash. Yeah, except I couldn't care less. That is fantastic. That is a much better one. Yeah, all things considered, that sword's pretty worthless. So. Okay, let's see. All 3 churches are attainable within the current Knight Circle. I should have been gathering them while I had access to the whole map. Kind of set a bad example there. It's typically not a good idea. Night 1, I wouldn't consider it to be necessary to get all the churches, though. Or day 1, I mean. In fact, my original strategy completely ignored, but excuse me 1 second. Let me get my thoughts. My original strategy actually did rely on getting every single church on the first day, but let me tell you why that's inefficient. Because I consistently ended up being about level 5 by the end of the day, maybe. Which is just not... Trust me, a couple more levels, being level 8, is way more important than having all the churches on the first day. The other thing is I wasn't doing the starting camp. When you first start playing, it's just natural to want to go and do other things that don't really make sense because you're not going to be the best at strategy when you first start. Oh, come on. What's that? What's the sweep on that, man? Jerk. So now, I'm going to go ahead and make this weapon purple to maximize my chances of, well, success, frankly. Oh, come on. How did that hit nothing? Get on the floor. Stop stomping. So here's what we're gonna do with the remaining time we have. Nothing spectacular. We're going to do whatever. Dang it, my brain's mush again. Okay, so let's... So first things first, we're going to hop up, get this church real fast, which means I'm going the wrong direction. I have 2 Everdale keys. There are 2 Everdales within the bounds of night. I don't need the one from that. Dang, I actually placed that pin exactly on the altar there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to head up here, actually. I'm going to do this Everjail up here, since it's within the bounds. It should be, yeah, I'm about to say, at least half of it's within the bounds of night. I should be good to do it. We will save this church up here for day 2. Oh, come on. How did I not... Oh. Step back for a second. Seriously, why? Wilder choose to not turn the most inefficient way possible. Challenge impossible. But seriously, like, he always manages to turn. When he's swinging, he always manages to turn his body in the least efficient way. And I don't know how they have him coded to do that, but that's impressive. Impressive in the most annoying way possible, of course. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and... I should just stop at the merchant in this camp. And that's exactly what I'm going to do, actually. So I'm going to stop at the merchant in this camp. Go ahead and make my weapon purple. We'll just make it purple. Since they're technically damage, I like that. The rest of that's worthless. So. Grab this church, take this tree over to Lake Everjail, and we're going to complete the Lake Everjail. Just to give us as many levels as we possibly can have. Because at this juncture, the weapon I am using for, realistically, the rest of the run has been attained. Unless I get something that's just better. And, like, Sacred Blade isn't always a good thing. I mean, heck, what if I'm fighting, like, DTS or normal Tree Sentinel? Like, not everything is Death Right Bird or Ancestor Spirit. Sorry, Walking Simulator. How silly of me to call it other names. How goofy of me. I have goofed up. Alright, let's take out the Ring Blade Clown. I hate these things so much. Like, why are you being a jerk? I'm getting... Nobody asked for you. Stop it. Feeling bold now. Feeling magical? Not gonna be feeling magical for much longer. We'll take runes from this one. It's level 8. Get some good headway into the next level. I didn't think my grapple was charged. Come on, get back here. I'll take that. So what we're gonna do? Hop up here. Oh, sorry about going quiet there for a second. Just responding to my regular viewer's text is all. Hey, crab. Where are the dogs? So what we're going to try and do, take you out, but for you, I'll buff up my weapon. Then when Wormface spawns, we're just going to try and take him out in one go. There we go. Wormface taken out. Now let's see. Alright. Well, now we're going to level up. Basically, all we have to do is get this church up here, and then move on with life. Do whatever we want. The world is our oyster. There appear to be a high density of great enemies near the church, however, so we are going to go up there, take them out. Sorry about that. Continuing. By the way, do not ever pause in these games if you're, like, in a time crunch. Which you always are. So don't pause in these games, really, to, like, do anything, because bad timing. I just know that I can make it up because I've done it before. So, let's not start with you, Mr. DTS. We'll start with this great enemy up here. The fact of the matter is, it can't be worse than DTS. Because Loretta's down in the lake. That's the only one I would consider to be worse than DTS. Okay, much better. The boss who's not necessarily weak to Holy, but not necessarily resistant to. Oh, perfect. Perfect prey for special hunt. Say, I got you there. You are not charging. That is a weapon that has a very powerful skill that is going to be very effective against DTS. I heard the beetle, so we're going to check, see what he's got first. That's okay. Nothing, like... That'll do it. Which one to take? Skill FP cost on a super powerful lightning weapon or a crazy good... I'll take that. That's just an awesome weapon. Besides, that's going to help in the long run more than the Death's Poker will. Oh, I never tossed the Death Berries. Hey, there's Normal Tree Sentinel. Might as well knock him out, huh? Same weapon, same tactic. So, fun fact. Did you know that the Starlight Shards at the final shop are a total scam? Watch. I'll show you. Hold on. So, check this. So, yeah, these are 1,200? The Starlight Shards in the final shop, as in the one right before you go in to fight the Night Lord, cost 6,000. they are 5 times as expensive as the shop in the run. Then I use my... Then I get to tear them up more. Funny how L2 spam is not frowned upon in this game, but it is in Elden. That proves, really, if you ask me, that proves that it's just something people wind up in. Don't get me wrong, I don't... Like, in a PvP situation, yeah, it's kind of mindless, I'm not gonna lie. But if nobody has a problem with it in this game, like, if nobody has a problem with people using it against enemies in this game, why do people have a problem with people doing it in Elden? Because it, like, that's just something I never understood. It's like, it doesn't invalidate your achievements that someone beat it much easier using... Well, no. Like, just because you didn't do that to get a hit on this dude, and you instead opted to just... Does that, like, invalidate your achievement? No. Like, I still killed the banishment, didn't I? Just because you didn't use every attack in the book of the weapon doesn't mean you didn't use the weapon. And it doesn't mean you didn't beat it. The way I see it, if the credits roll on the game, you beat it. Unless you used something that's just not meant to happen to do so. For instance, when I did my level 1 run of Elden Ring, I will do another one eventually, because I'm not very proud of my current one. Much worse at the time, so, like, that does track a little bit. I want to go ahead and ditch that, so I'm not constantly trying to, like, keep myself at full health, because then I perform way worse and I use way more flasks. Goodbye. But the thing is, like, I used a glitch, which was possible at the time, the physics glitch, to get through my level 1 run of Elden Ring. I'm not proud of it. So I would love to do another one at some point. So if you said, well, your level 1 run isn't valid because you used the physics glitch, first off, there are some bosses where that literally does not matter. Like, they're straight physical. Like, Beast Clergyman, into the Black Blade. Like, the Black Blade, yeah, it does mostly holy damage. It does not matter. Because the HP drain after getting hit is a flat damage amount. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead. Who we got? Oh, how perfect. Sorry. I only got some conversation going on, so... The heck? What? What's blocking me? let's just tank this, honestly. For time's sake, that's best. Okay, that'll do it. Please do die. We win, chat. I'll just take it. I rarely ever take it. I just accidentally went autopilot and took it anyway. So that was actually a total mistake. I typically avoid it because I don't like it, but now we have gradual HP restoration. Which isn't that bad, actually. I don't hate it. It's not a horrible effect. So after we finish this Smackdown, I am going to have to go do something. It'll only take like maybe 1 to 2 minutes. So there will be a 1 to 2 minute cooldown between this run and the next one. Lovely weather we're having. Hello. Oh, excellent. Wonderful. Let's see it. The joke is I did not in fact want to see it. Good grief, he took a lot more hits to bleed than I thought he would. Oh, just that. Perhaps this would be the most. It's going to be one of these two. We'll try them both. You absolute sack of. How do they do that? That was good. How'd that feel, huh? How about you share your feelings with me? Dodge that. Dare you. Right. Don't roll forward. Good idea. There we go. Problem solved. We do reduce FP consumption. That's invaluable in this fight. Because the less you have to use, the less you have to hold Storm Ruler. The less you have to, hold the Storm Ruler to get the skill going, the better, because that's more time that you can't do anything. So, we'll buy a Winding Grace from the shop. I can buy some Starlight Charts, but successive attacks negate damage isn't going to do anything. Improved magic attack power is very good because Storm Ruler does magic damage, a split between magic and physical on the skill. So that's what we're going to be focusing on with that. That's why I took it. While it doesn't make a whole lot of sense for the run itself, it makes a heck of a lot of sense for the actual fight against Nightreign. Now, first phase is super easy. That's bad. Oh, that's absolute nonsense. I even delayed my roll. How are you telling me that was still too early? Whatever. Top off. Critical hit. We'll just end this phase. Now, get our hands on Storm Ruler. Now, we only have one skill attack power passive, but we also have one magic attack power passive, so we have some good stuff happening here. See what we got. That's not bad. It's not quite 3,000, which is typically where I end up after a run of gathering attack passive, but that's pretty good. I cannot stress enough that Augur's present behaviors are highly atypical and are very annoying. Or what it's doing. For this, you'll want to clear its path, clear the path of the wave entirely. Watch this, by the way. Yeah, that's right. You don't actually have to charge the beam to destroy the bullets from the orbs. Dang, did I just pre-aim and destroy that thing? Yeah, I'm out of stamina. So what you'll want to try and do is you're going to want to try and take out these orbs. Not necessarily that important in a solo situation. In a team setting, you're going to want to tell all of your teammates that you can to target the orbs. For a reason that I'll hopefully be able to show you. Because if you destroy all the orbs, like I just did, you can knock Augur down, not for a critical, but just for some free bonus damage, big hits with Storm Ruler. So while Augur is knocked down like that, it takes extra damage, which is always nice. Extra damage is always nice. This is bad. So we're going to want to try and run our fastest to get out of the way of that. I'll admit that's not a well-timed slice by me. But that'll be the fight. I showcased pretty much all of its moves there. I mean, it doesn't have a whole lot in its phase 2, really. It's mainly just, like, moving. That's about it. It moves and it shoots stuff. That's That's the long and short of the fight. I mean, that might be oversimplification a bit, but it's really not that difficult of an encounter. So, no, I'm not all that worried about it. I seriously don't think you should be either. Now, if it were the way it was at launch, like if it were the way it was when it first dropped, I would be very worried. It's actually incredibly difficult at solo, anyway. Launch difficulty, it was actually quite difficult because Storm Ruler took forever to charge, and which was very bad for that fight because you barely ever got any windows to actually use it then. Anyway, I will be right back. I'm so sorry about this brief interruption. Don't go anywhere. Alright, I'm back. Without further ado, let's hop into the next run. Shall we? So what we are going to try and do... We are going to try... Obviously, try to get a Frenzied Flame Tower event to occur. That would be ideal. Not realistic, though. So what we're going to do instead... Clear starting camp, clear this physical cathedral, go to Inconvenient Church, go to Lake Church, fly up, get that church. This does mean that by the time I get to, whatchamacallit, the Night Circle closing in, I will be a much lower level than I otherwise would be. That's good. What are you grappling to, Lee? I mean, it worked out somehow, but... Stop grappling the wrong way! Goodness, dude. We'll take the extra money out of you. And now we're level 3. So we are just going to try and be, because of the church arrangement, we're going to try and be as efficient as we can. We already reached level 3. So what I'm going to do... I don't see any... I see one Madness Camp. We'll check that one when the time comes. There we go. How are you alive? That. Check this bottom room as well, as we typically do. Go ahead and grab another stone sword key from the top floor, but we will now, as a result of this, skill attack power, item discovery, like to see that. But now, as a result of stopping here, we will go ahead and opt to skip the whatchamacallit, the cathedral. It's not what I want. Not want to take that. Now we're going to head back left a bit. Got a bit off course. We're going to try and get things back on track here. So, remember, Inconvenient Church, head over to Lake Church, tree up to this church. And then we'll do whatever the Night Circle says. And now, for whenever the Night Circle does close in, we have 2 Stone Sword keys. Not 1, but 2. That's 2 Everdales we can down to hopefully supplement the fact that we have a pretty low level. Because we have, frankly, 0 time to kill anything along the way. Or we could skip that church up. I think we could skip that church up there, in the interest of doing the Frenzied Flame Camp on the southernmost tip of the map, or the second most southern tip of the map. Found ulcerated tree spirit. Oh, that works out, doesn't it? no, I'm not in quite so big a time crunch. But because we were operating efficiently, that obviously will help. There's no reason to ever just operate inefficiently like I was last match, but listen, guys, the main thing you gotta remember with this game is that real life always comes first. I've had to quit out on multiple matches because life happened. That's just how it is. The people in your life, oh my gosh, I got it. That is insanely lucky. That is hard to get. That is not easy. You will need some item discovery, I'm guessing. I'm guessing that's why I got it. That's fantastic. What was I saying again? Sorry, who gave you permission to do that? I know I didn't. Get out of here. I have no clue how I got over there in time. Here, let's deal with these guys pretty fiercely. Take that, not because I'm necessarily using a lightning weapon, but because it reduces my physical defense by only a measly 3%, and makes it so I can actually have the 20% chance to randomly dodge an attack. It's pretty much the only way to get that effect outside of Deep of Night, where damage negation reduction debuffs are very common. So what we're going to do, because we have Vike's War Spear now, which I had absolutely not even the faintest idea that I would get. I mean, that's why we check. That's why you check, though. I mean, if I just say, well, 9 times out of 10 I don't get Vike's War Spear, then the 10th time that I would have gotten it, I'm not even in the camp, because I'm like, oh, well, I'm not going to get it. But that's why you always check. Because you just never know when you will get it. See, I hate that attack. This is such a garbage boss, dude. There's no way that reached me. Come on. He's so cool. Excuse me? Excuse me? What? Like, okay. See, the thing had landed. I had dodged. I saw both these things happen. And then such a long time after it landed, that's when I died. If I had died as soon as it landed, that I would have been fine with, right? Because that is literally the exact same situation. What happened right there is the exact same. I did the exact same thing. See, this is such a... I hate Grafted Scion. It's so bad. I cannot stand Grafted Scion. I hate it. It is such a garbage boss. Just because its moves are... ugh. So poorly designed. We'll take that, yeah. Start with Lake Everjail, try and hit this one way over here. If we can't, it's not the end of the world. We're a good level. That's... yikes, dude. And that's just a little bit sad. I think we will have time to go. Or... no, don't do it. Please. Don't. Walk past the tree spirit. Okay, fine, we're fighting tree spirit. That talisman is invaluable in Deep of Night, by the way, because that counteracts perfectly the weapons that have continuous HP loss as the negative one. Why did I not switch to the fire weapon? Go. That was actually a fantastic call. Vike's War Spear tends to be very good for things like that. Ooh, my goodness. Yeah. It's a pretty good weapon when you have double balancer setup, you know? And have some skill attack power boost already. I have a feeling this is gonna be crazy. A fantastic weapon for Libra, although the Vike's War Spear is better. Oh my goodness. Oh, we love to see that. Okay. About to say, there's no way you give me Warrior Jar Shard. And I was right, there is no way. Or that did not. Hey, a chest. Watch Warrior Jar Shard just begin here. It'd be hilarious, actually. Charge attacks. Skill attack power. Yes, baby. Hey, now. That's good. I like that. That means I can go do something objectively stupid and not really have any consequences. Alright, well now. Okay, I was trying to outplay you, and in the end it was I who did it. It was I who was outplayed. So what are we thinking? We thinking we debuff him first? Yeah, I like the sound of that. I'm thinking what we do is pretty simple. And I was right. It was pretty simple, in fact. Do HP on successive attacks. I didn't even give him the chance to, like, do anything. I mean, I think he might have gotten 2 attacks off total. Not including the severing of his arm, because that's not really an attack, it's just spawning another enemy because you attacked him. High density of great enemies right up and around this church. Once again. So we are going to exploit that. For our own sick and twisted needs. That aren't really so sick and twisted, it's just that I want money. Okay, so I got some good skill attack power boost right now. I'd love to see it. Love to see it. We'd love to see it. Charge the flask. Oh, what the heck. I'm feeling spicy today. We're going to take on Loretta. Now behold, my power. That's it. Now it's just sad. Come on, man. You can... Actually, I don't know if you can do better than that. That was pretty bad. It wouldn't be hard to do better than that. I don't know that you can, frankly. I'm so bitterly disappointed in the young woman you have become, Loretta. I feel like a father who failed as a father. And that is why they call me Papa Please. Don't call me that. Please don't call me. Evidently, Papa Cletus is getting popped right now. Papa Cletus doesn't love you too. Come on. Good. Really, you almost had me. No, except for the part where you never got anywhere close to getting me. Paying money because I'm greedy. I'm revoking your allowance. Okay, that's enough of the dad jokes. Or the jokes about women. No, that was last run that I killed you. Lost my mind there for a second. Goodbye. Tell you what, this Halo side is flat out stupid. I mean, this is just ridiculous. I even got a Frenzied Flame Seal, man. I mean, like, this does not happen. As much as I don't want to ditch it. I kind of have to ditch. No, I don't. Where did I drop that thing? Give me back my item discovery. Joy. Let's go up top. See what they have for me. Now, yes, this means I cannot debuff anyone's defense anymore. But does it really matter? That is the question we must ask ourselves this fine evening, morning, after, I don't know. Time of day, this fine day. Or night, if you're watching this at night. Oh, would you look at that? Someone who is easily debuffed by a certain ailment that fits. Oh, come on, you had a full stamina gauge. How did you not dodge? Failure. Like, it's one thing if I'm sitting there and I just use up all my stamina. Like, that's on me. I had a full stamina gauge and I had done, like, nothing. So I could reduce my skill FP cost again. So fine, yes. I'll do the smart thing. You know, I'll take the effect just so that the whatchamacallit's gone. Well done. I don't know. I got the passives I care about, really. On the weapons I care about. Or try and kill whatever the heck this is over here, which is why the only reason I'm doing it is because I have that. It temporarily stopped rune loss on death, so I have zero worries about this whatsoever. Unless it's something absolutely absurd, in which case I will not be doing it. I will be trying it, still. Trying it nonetheless. Literally the only thing that I wouldn't do is Blackblade Kindred. So if it's Blackblade Kindred, I'm not doing it. But I literally, in these however many hours, like 800 plus hours that I played this game, I have never once seen Blackblade Kindred down here. Okay, I was about to say I'm not doing it, but at this point I'm so stubborn, and that was so funny. Oh, it's the first time for everything, I suppose. Just can't use Halo Scythe against it. But that's no problem. Guys, all the same. What you got for me? That's pretty good. I'll take it to boost my inventory, if nothing else. I don't know, I'll just manage my FP, honestly. So, in order to make that easier, I'm going to hop up here. I'm going to hop over to the merchant in Central Castle. I'm going to buy some Starlight Shards from them. Then I'm going to... Hopefully. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm going to freaking leave. Actually, I probably should do this instead. I should probably hit this Sorcerer's Rise. Then buy from the merchant. Then I'll buy for what space I have left, I'll buy from the final shop. And we're good. Come on now. Good on level, so I'm just going to buy the stuff that's like a good example. So I'm going to get rid of this because I don't need that anymore. Doesn't seem to be any good passives. Alright, now I only need to buy one from the final shop. I'm sorry? You came all the way from over there? That puppet soldier came all the way from that magic camp. Chased me all the way over there. I respect him for that, so I'm going to let him live. I respect you, puppet soldier. That was impressive. So now we're going to head over. We're just going to kind of peacefully wait by the tree. I mean, there's nothing left. Nothing left that matters. I have 100k left over. Passives are pretty good. Alright. Try and kill these dudes without using the whatchamacallit, Starlight Shards. Those are for the night boss, really. Alright, let's tear him up. How you doing? Hate you. Got the ring off. Don't roll. Maybe not, though. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Hey, you. Funny is, you really thought it mattered. 2 stamina passes? I guess I'll take max stamina up, I guess. Neither of those are fantastic. Max stamina is pretty good. Lightning on dodging is worthless in this, right? Stamina recovery? It's okay, but it's like, really? Oh. Unfortunately, I might have to ditch some Starlight Shards. In favor of setting a good example. I mean, again, typically I don't even use the Winding Graces, but I'm setting a good example. So, buy the Winding Graces to show that it's a good idea to buy the Winding Graces. Now then. Let's see what we got. God. I'm not going to make a deal with you, because all these deals suck. The only 2 you should ever take is Resistance to Ailments, as that one's practically free, or Eventual Greatness if you can survive the fight long enough to, like, wait it out. That was fast. Phase 2. Oh my god. I'm a bit shocked by the damage I did. As you can see, Halo Scythe is a fantastic weapon for it. But the best thing is a Halo Scythe and Vikes War Spear combo, but obviously, that is just about as hard to get as it sounds like it is. But now the boss is dead. So, I mean, I don't know. In some of my earlier Smackdowns, you could see how to fight this guy more effectively. I just wanted to get the fight over with. That's a really fast kill of the boss, though. He's insanely easy outside of Deep in Night. Funny. I even, last Smackdown, I took the effect that made me level down every time I healed, and I still destroyed the guy, really. And I was playing like crap, too, so it's great. Well, that's interesting. Keep that. But now, on to the very last run of the day. Versus Dark Drift Knight. Then, we are going to continue with some Bloodborne. Oh my! Raider has been gifted to us. And Libra is on the map. Apparently you didn't have enough after last match. Now, what I'm going to do, something I typically wouldn't do, really. I'm only going to get 2 churches over the course of this match because, like, they have 2 of the churches in the worst possible places you could have. I don't know. I'll get the one in the forest, honestly. I won't just get 2 churches. So there are a couple ways you can play Crater, if you ask me. My favorite way to do it, though, is day 1 Gargoyle. So I'm going to try and do that. It's not always possible, though, just because you don't always get the good enough equipment to actually do that. It's actually incredibly unlikely that you do. It's worthless. So here, let's grab this beetle right here. Pretty good. Alright, we're going to hop back up. We're going to take this tree up here. I forgot there wasn't a spirit stream over there, so we're going back. We're going to jump up the spirit stream. Okay, guys, can I be completely honest? The weekly Everdark Smackdown is getting a bit taxing. It seems more like a... okay, don't get me wrong. I love doing it. Once I actually get into it and start doing it, I love playing Nightreign. It's a fun game. It's just... I don't know, the Smackdown ain't really doing it for me. But... I've only been going for 11 weeks at this point. That's really not that long. Actually, that is a pretty long time, now that I think about it. So there actually is a Night Invader camp on the map, which is interesting. And if the circle allows it, I would love to do it. But first things first, we need to get at least 2 churches on day 1. I would also like the circle to allow me to do day 1 Gargoyle, because there's a Gargoyle right here in the crater, roughly. I mean, that's not a very good marker. But, like, somewhere around there, in the crater, there is a Gargoyle. And the Gargoyle is pretty easy. He is not Blackblade Kindred. So, he doesn't have, like, any of the Destined Death, like, effects on any of his hits. He's basically just Blackblade Kindred, but easier, but you have to fight him in a worse spot. But you always know where he is, so that's one positive. So I suppose, for now, what I'm going to do is just kill small groups of enemies. Okay. I'm on a roll of not being good at the game right now. Really? You're just going to stand there and spoon feed it to me. I mean, that's... Alright, day 1 Gargoyle is in the cards. So, let's see here. Are there any lightning locations on the map? This is something I did not even consider until... Do you have any lightning weapons? Do you have a lightning scimitar? I'll take that. Now, sadly, this doesn't mean that I am no longer going to be able to get to level 3 before doing this place, but this does mean that I have a lightning weapon for the run if all else falls to crap. Because any lightning weapon is better than no lightning weapon. Here's the thing, I will 100% get a better overall weapon for the boss than this. But what will not be the case, I will not be able to get, or what may not be the case, I may not ever get another lightning weapon this much. Like, this may be the only one I get. And in that event, I just gotta be prepared to make do with it, you know? But that's why I recommend getting comfortable in the sparring ground using any weapon. Successive attacks negate damage would synergize well with this, so I'm going to take that. Also, it's a great bow, and I love being kind of memey with the great bows. Oh, fun little fact. I've actually gotten a stone sword key off of this corpse right up here. Can I do it again? I cannot. That's whatever. It's whatever. I'm fine. It's no big deal. Okay, you are so unbelievably dead, you don't even know how dead you are. Yeah, my God. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and get this sword the purple, since it's the only lightning sword to have. We're just going to try. And this will be profound and do stuff. We're just going to try and do whatever we can get our hands on, basically. Get off the floor. Yes, I could just use my ult on the dude, but that's kind of a waste, honestly. Oh, that's ridiculous, dude. There's no way that hit. See, we killed him fast enough. Oh, I forgot to check the passes. Take that in case I find another great lightning weapon or something like that. I was kind of hoping to say that and just kind of like manifest it, but it didn't happen. But now we have a Smithing Stone 1 in case we run into another gray lightning weapon that I would love to upgrade to +2 or make legendary. That's also a thing. Most people don't actually opt to go for Smithing Stone 2 when Crater is there. However, I cannot recommend that train of thought enough. Because what you're doing when you do that, let me put it the way I see it. When you say, I'm not getting a Smithing Stone 2, you're saying, basically, like, I don't need a Smithing Stone 2. It's Crater. So I'm going to go through the entirety of Crater, potentially with a blue weapon that's garbage. Like, that's what you are agreeing to, essentially. Like, if you do not find a good purple weapon or something, you are saying, I'm perfectly fine with going through Crater with a blue weapon. So if that's not something that you're not fine with, then do something about it. It's a pretty good weapon, actually. I do like that. Now we're going to head over to Lake Everett Jail to boost my level a bit. Then we're going to try and see we're going to see what's in the castle basement. And then from there, we'll decide if it's worth trying to kill or not. I don't think it will be. Hey, I have a joke for you, Bloodhound Knight. How you doing? Oh. Yeah, that was a joke. He dodged the one. It was a fluke, evidently. I'll say, I do like that this thing does a lot more damage than the Lightning Scimitar. But I will keep the Lightning Scimitar for the moment. But the weapon I'm going to make purple is the Celebrant's Cleaver. Unless there's a better, just like, overall weapon for sale that's blue at the merchant. Then I will make that one purple. See what you got. I don't know. That's pretty good. I'm doing Bloodhound's fine. We'll keep. Of course, we're going to keep the whatchamacallit, the Lightning Scimitar, in case we don't find another weapon. And if we do not have another lightning weapon by the time we get to the bottom of Crater, I will make it legendary. I'm confident this game hates me. It knows I don't like this boss. That's a really good weapon, too. Oh, it's also useful. It's odd. The seed is incredibly similar in Nightreign, but I will take this. Goodbye. So, okay. Gargoyle's Black Axe is the better of the two weapons. But if Holy will not be effective, case in point. I will admit, your resistance to knockback is impressive. I think I dealt with that a bit faster than the game thought I would. I've dealt with it a bit faster than I thought, frankly. Yeah, you're... This is highly atypical of a, Knights Cavalry experience, but I like it. Because this is way... The heck was that attack? But I prefer that to the typical experience that you have with those guys, so... Critical hit HP is more valuable to me. So, day one Gargoyle did not happen. That's okay. Who's on top of the fort, actually? Typically, I wouldn't do this. Who's on top of the fort? Really, dude? Really, dude? Hate these guys, dude. Death Viper, eh? No, that was not full impact damage. What are we doing, game? So you're gonna stance break. I'm just gonna swing. I'm not gonna dodge. Goodbye. Give me a good weapon. Uh-oh. Fine. Setting a good example or something. There's a good example that I just set for you. If there's a Wind and Grace option, take the Wind and Grace. Basically, all that does is it means I don't have to buy one. So now I'm going to use it like that. I'm not buying a Wind and Grace from this shop and the end shop, and after getting one from a loot pool like that. That's just ridiculous. That is overkill if I have 3 Wind and Graces in my inventory, especially for Dark Guild. One of the easiest Everdarks, like, by far. Why are you running? Yep. Skill attack power on Rivers of Blood? Crazy. That is a weapon. Now, I am also going to do something I typically do again. Although it's a good idea, if you can do it, to kill both of these before doing the bottom of Crater. Let me explain why. Because both of these things have pretty good purple loot pools, right? So if you get a fantastic purple, like if I get a Lightning Dragon's Great Claw out of this clown, I'm going to be very thankful I saved him. Because then I can make that Dragon Great Claw legendary. Which I have gotten lightning weapons off this guy. I don't just say stuff. Sometimes. Oops. Gotta say, I cycled past the Bloodhound's Fang. Enjoy this. This is going to hurt you a lot, and me none. But if I get my hands on a really nice... I don't get my hands on a really nice weapon. Currently, that little Celebrant's Cleaver is doing me absolutely zero good, so I'm going to go ahead and ditch it. So... Really? Yeah, we gotta look around. Your eyes open for little corpses. But we are going to start heading through the crater now. But like I said, chat, keep your eyes open for corpses. I say as if there is anyone watching this stream. Ain't nobody gonna watch this. Oh gosh. I was about to call him an idiot for swinging when he did, but no, evidently he knew exactly what he was doing. Dang. Maybe I'm the idiot. Why on earth would you lock onto that guy of all people? Not the one right next to you. Stop giving me successive attacks negate damage. It's not that helpful, dude. Or it is, but, like, it's not necessary. I mean, it's just not. Like, why all of a sudden am I getting all of the successive attacks negate damage? I'm kind of hoping I get, like, a really good lightning weapon out of these corpses right here. Be awesome. Skill attack power, ooh, that is really good actually. Hate you. What you got? Okay, let's see. First to go is damage negation. Give me that skill attack power. Toasty. Honestly, I don't care about that all that much. I'm an idiot. I didn't even grab the freaking church, man. How did I miss that? Did I just run straight by it or something? I'm confused. Ugh. Idiot. Dang it. Fire Skull. Great, now I've got to go get that church. Oh yeah, forget this, I'm doing this. No, you're out of here. Come on, stop it. There you go. You're not surviving this. Guess I'll take improved dodging, because both of those weapons are crap. So, like I said, if I got to this point and didn't have a legendary weapon, I would make one. And I did. It is a good legendary. It is a beautiful little legendary. So we could kill Demi-Human Queen, but I'm already max level, so I really don't care. And I know if I kill it right now, it's going to give me a lightning weapon, and I'm going to be mad. Then again, I have gotten legendaries out of it before, and a legendary could be the Dragon King's Cragblade, so let's actually kill it. Excellent. That's pretty good, actually. Okay, let's go get the church real fast, and then we'll call this run there. And just head to this circle. What the heck? We'll upgrade the stupid scythe. We had the smithing stone one. Alright. Well, there's but one more corpse to check. And it is right up there. And it can have a legendary. I got legendary out of it before. I think I got Bogwin Spear when I did. Maybe Sword of Night and Flame. I don't remember. Wish I did. But I don't. I did get a smithing stone too. That's cool. There we go. All the weapons in my inventory can be purple. Hey guys. That's pretty good. Really, dude? I'd say you really want to get feisty? I don't. Top off. You know, I don't know what boss I thought it was. It's almost all this game. I'm just gonna the dragon. Good. No, really, that's fantastic. I'm proud of it. That's great. What a terrible shame. Head shudder uncontrollably. Did I seriously already knock your bird down? Come on, man. Do better. Did I seriously already kill your bird? Come on, man. Be better. Well, that was pathetic. I mean, come on. You could have at least put up a fight. I'll take lightning on dodging, that's fine. Alright, cool. Alright, let's finish out this Everdark Smackdown for the week, just the way I love to finish it, with an awesome boss. So, an awesome bossum. Here, let's make that last weapon purple just for the heck of it, not because it's any good, but because it's fun. So we're going to use the lightning scimitar for the majority of the fight, by which I mean the entirety of the fight, really, actually. So let's just hop right in. I find, again, that, like, as I do these, I just get less and less willing to, like, teach you how to fight them, and I just want to get this Smackdown over with, frankly. Oh, that's bad. How did that... What? No. Because I dodged. What happened? Whatever, man. Arrow rain's pretty simple. You run to the side, keep your eyes on the arrow rain, and then void it. That's about it. That attack's also pretty easy to dodge, but he has it in all of his phases, in both fights. So I'm going to be teaching you how to dodge the other Everdark attacks, basically. This one's pretty simple. 1, 2, and 3. This attack's also pretty simple. I'm going to teach you both ways to dodge it. The guaranteed way, the safe way, is when he starts aiming it like that, you need to just pick a direction and surge sprint that way. And so you'll be out of range of the explosion. It's pretty easy. This one you gotta, like, run back here and hope that doesn't hit you. Sometimes it does, though, because they changed the boss fight at some point, and I don't know what they did, but it ruined that attack. Used to, it was dodgeable. Now it's not dodgeable. And I can try anything, and it doesn't work. And then dodge in on the third one if you want to get a hit. The other way to dodge this move is also pretty simple. what you do is you kind of just step to the side a bit. There you go. And you dodge it. But if you're not good with random arbitrary explosion timings, I wouldn't do it. I really didn't think that would kill him. Oh, we stopped him from doing that move again. And that's the Smackdown for this week. If you enjoyed watching, I want you to hit that subscribe button. And I want you to hit that like button. Because that lets me know that I'm doing something right and you want to keep seeing this kind of stuff. If there's another Souls game or something you would like me to check out or play, please do let me know in the comments. I am always open for suggestions. I will look into them myself, of course. And I suppose that's where we're going to leave it. I want you to stay weekly. I don't know what that means. I want you to stay weekly. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye-bye!